The Struggling Artist Record Club is a vinyl record subscription service where I hunt and curate the best punk and punk-adjacent music out there and mail their record to your door each and every month. Imagine finding your new favorite band from across the country without ever having to leave the house. It doesn't get much better than that. The excitement of discovering new music just got that much easier. As a member of the Struggling Artist Record Club, you are going to receive some of the best music you've ever heard from bands you may never even heard of. Whether you've been collecting records for years or just starting out, the Struggling Artist Record Club is designed specifically for you. And right now, all new members get a Struggling Artist Record Club exclusive along with the monthly selection. So head to StrugglingArtistRecordClub.com, pick a membership, and start building that collection today.
Hey, this is Rev from the Drowns, and if you still believe in rock and roll, then keep the dial set here at the Struggling Artist Podcast.
You're listening to the Struggling Artist Podcast.
People need to be entertained. They need the distraction.
With your host, Trev Allen.
I wish to God that somebody would do something to block out the voices in my head for 5 minutes.
Welcome to the Struggling Artist Turntable for February of 2026. I am Trev Allen. With me tonight, Jeff Bousquet. Missing
Hello.
in action, Chris Chavez. Oh, yeah. This is kind of a late one for us, though, too. Like, this is like, this.
Yeah,
we're recording this.
The last 2 months have been different than normal.
Yeah. Well, I've
had
been
some mishaps.
Yeah.
Trev was sick.
Really sick. And that's
We
kind of
cut-
why this one is what we're doing this month.
We weren't able to put our polling up. 2026, folks. It's off to a very, very rough start across the board. So
I missed my first Monday drop in 6 years.
yeah, I did see that you mentioned that.
I was like,
I think the
fuck.
fans will forgive you.
I know. I just I don't know. For me, I just have to do it. Like, but I couldn't even I was so sick. I couldn't even talk. So I was just fucking, bleh.
It's the worst.
So, but
It's awful.
most of that is in the past. We're still working on some other things. But yeah. So anyway, so we're here. And this will drop the end of the week. So we are definitely up against the clock as far as recording goes for our schedule, but that's all right. And so we decided not to do a poll due to me being sick and not putting one up in time. And then next thing I knew, I was like, hey, we're going to record in 2 days. Let's just.
And then I missed the one. I missed the anniversary episode that you did with Arya.
Christmas.
I totally wasn't even paying attention to what day it was either. So
it's all right, dude. It's all right. I was kind of. I think Arya did a great job with it, and he got to ask me questions and you know what I mean. So it was fun.
Totally.
It was fun. We had some voicemails. It was cool. But
we will be back. We'll be back on our even footing for March 2026. We'll have a poll. We'll have all three of us. We'll have some badass picks, and
I think I think these are badass picks for today. But
this was fun. Yeah, we just did a little speed round and went and found what we could.
Yeah,
in
total
about
wild
an hour. Or about 2 hours, basically about a day. We had just a day to just go find whatever we wanted. So we're like, let's just bring let's just find three cool records, and we don't even have to dig super deep into them, but just bring them and talk about them. So
yeah, I'm excited. I like the ones I picked. Well, we'll get into it. So yeah, that's what we're doing tonight. I don't know. Like you said, this was kind of fun. It's fun to throw a wrench into things sometimes, I guess, try something different. And that's the whole thing with the turntable. We've been like constantly like fine tuning it, right? Like as far as like how we go about doing things with it. And like, we're always willing to try something new. And this is one of those things. I don't know. I think we might've done something like this before, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I think
we've definitely had our share of episodes that were like out of the ordinary for one reason or another, and different scheduling changes. And I was happy to the anniversary was the first one I've missed in a while. I've missed a handful, I feel like, and Chris has obviously missed a few because Chris was sick for a while last year, and but I was on a good streak. I hadn't missed any in a while, but yeah, it just
the turntable. I mean, not the anniversary show is more of like a hang. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have any expectation for it or anything like that. And like,
right.
It was cool. We got some voicemails. We got an email to read, and like, and then like Ario was like, asking me questions, which is a little different, So it was cool.
It's like the first time you had me on your show, and I was used to hosting, and it was very strange to suddenly be a guest.
Gosh, that was so long ago now, huh?
It was indeed. Yep.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's great. Look what we've spawned into, though. Like we made this thing. So
yeah,
I'm pretty.
You made it, but you made it. We helped.
You guys are definitely huge. Like the turntable wouldn't be a monthly show if it wasn't for all you guys. You know what I mean? So, yeah. But anyway, so I think my picks are in the same. I don't know. My picks are probably on for me, but not typically what I normally would bring, I guess, to the turn. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. And people can let us know if it's like on brand or whatever. But yeah, you want to go first? You want me to go first?
I can go first. I didn't know if we were going to take a quick break and then come back with our picks.
Yeah, let's do that. See, I don't even remember how we do this anymore. It's been so long. But before we take a quick break, how's things going with you, Jeff? How is things? Have you
Trev. We need to just put a disclaimer on all the show notes and the website that like all questions asked for the time being come with a disclosure of a disclosure of all current events considered.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, man, it's rough. I could go into the myriad of ways that the current political climate in America and presidential administration has directly affected my life and livelihood and well-being, but that would take hours, and that's what you pay a therapist for, not a podcast host.
I mean,
however, in the short term, things are okay, at least for the moment. Been just doing as much as I can to be aware of everything that's happening in Minnesota, everything that's happening in Maine, be aware of my surroundings, keep myself protected as much as I can. Community organizing, been learning a lot about it from my pal Red, who is of redeyeedphoto.com, local photographer. But I learned a lot from them about staying organized and activism efforts and things like that. And there's not too much else going on. I'm going to go down and see Off With Their Heads on Wednesday.
You are? That's
in
awesome.
Brooklyn.
That's awesome.
Just needed to get out of here for 24 hours or whatever. And Val, my friend Val, is our pal Val, who has been on the show, is down. She's in New Jersey at the moment, working for she was working for Black Guy Fawkes. He was opening for Bouncing Souls and Jared Hart the other night. So she was doing merch for them, and she's hanging out for a few days. And then I'm going to meet her in New York City, hang out in Brooklyn for a night, and go see the show, and then come home. We were supposed to be off to California on Friday originally, but that trip had to get postponed a while back, and so I'm glad we're still getting together for a little bit.
That's cool.
What about you?
Dude,
Now that you've recovered from the illness.
Well, we're not
mostly
fully,
at least.
Yeah, we're mostly like, I haven't gone to any shows since before Christmas because I got sick at Christmas. So, and I've missed some like good ones, and I've like been like, I've had FOMO, you know what I mean? Like, the Coffin Salesman show with Lesser Devils, up in New Hampshire a few weeks back, and I totally missed that, and I was like so distraught over it. And like, it's been tough.
I felt that way about the One Fall show with the wrestling event that they played. I really wanted to go to that, and it sold out. And I didn't even notice until the day of, and then I was like, shit.
I didn't even know that was a thing. That would have been awesome, but like, I still like being stuck at home, and like, it really gave me 2020 vibes when I was sick in Pennsylvania and stuck and away from everyone I ever knew. And you know what I mean? So it's been a little bit of a rough road, but I think we're on the right road to get back to things. And, I'm going to try to go to a show Friday, right?
There's a show almost every night of the week that Val's here. And so I was like talking to her, and I was like, basically it's just like a tour for you.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah. Hopefully going to go see Leather Lung and Mother Iron Horse on Friday, and then the Humanity on Saturday. But yeah, no, I think the thing that really sucks is that with everything that's going on in the world, the most important thing to do is be in community with each other. And so like, I was really in that mood the other night when I couldn't go to One Fall. I was just like in the mood where I was like, I need to get out of this house and go be in community with people, and so it is really important. And it is kind of that same thing with 2020 where it's like you see awful shit happening in the world and it makes you depressed. And the good thing now is at least for right now, we can go be in community with people. Whereas during COVID, that was much harder. So, I feel you on that one for sure.
Also, since you kind of touched on Maine, right? I want to shout out my cousin Dan and his wife Stephanie, because they were out there and they were, helping their community while dealing with ice, to the point where like they were getting clocked. Like they were like they took down their plates. They wouldn't let them pull into their house at times. And this is like, this is allegedly our government fucking division or whatever. And like, they're people who don't agree with them, they're not letting them pull into their house. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was bullshit. And like, I was getting really fired up about it. And like, I was like, I'm going to go up there and cause a scene. And then like, that's not the great thing. So that's kind of like you were saying, like learning about like organizing and like do like within the community and doing things. Like, I need to learn that too, because I have this horrible, like, just like reaction to things where, you know Same. What I mean? Like,
yeah.
And I'm just like, all right, I need to learn better ways. And like, I've been really distraught about it too. And like, we're not going to get into it. Like you said, this isn't therapy.
No, it's the Italian in us.
It's true.
It is. It's true. And you have to, there's a time for that, but there is also, the most important thing to do is to stay prepared and educated and organized, just organized as much as possible. And it's hard. It's really, really hard. Because when you're depressed, you're seeing awful things. You just want to stay in your house and be alone, like be isolated until you don't. And then you just want to go be in community with people. So, but anyway, hopefully that now that the worst of the illness is past and you're on the mend, we will,
things can,
we'll get to start getting things back to normal a little bit,
or whatever that is at this point, right? So, it's gonna be. I'm actually really looking forward to Friday night. So I don't know if Val is coming to that or not.
Yeah, Val's gonna be here. So
that's awesome.
Shout out Val.
Shout out Mike Shue. Mike Shue is planning on being
Kyle. Paradise might come as well. From all the humanity.
That's awesome. And my friend Tree, she should be hopefully back in time. She's been working out, and she's like in a pile driver union. She's been working out in Albany. So like, if she can get back in time, she said she'd meet us there. So I think it'd be a good time. It's something I needed too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like like you were saying, it's just like I'm ready. I'm ready for that. So it's going to be, I'm looking forward to it. I am looking forward to it. And we'll see how it goes, and then we'll go from there for the next one. And hopefully there might be one Saturday. What you said, the Humanity's playing Saturday?
There's tons of shows going on, which is good because people are motivated and they're getting together and they're playing shows, and there's a lot of charity efforts and stuff. But there's MK Naomi is playing at Auspicious Brew, where Coffin Salesman played a few weeks ago. And then the Humanity is playing at the Shaskeen. So those are 2 New Hampshire shows.
Yeah.
Then there's a handful of shows next week. Your Friends in Hell is playing next Friday the 13th at Faces.
How did I miss that?
Time and Place and Coffin Salesman are playing at O'Brien's next Saturday the 14th. Little Low is playing at the Sill with Rooftops on the 11th. That one should be a banger if I can make it out to that one. I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot.
You're gonna have to run these dates by me.
And yours truly, myself, I am playing a show. I'm opening for Massive Nightmares on Monday the 23rd of this month.
Hell yeah!
The very last Monday of the month at the Sill. I haven't played a show in quite a while, so I'm very, very, very excited. We're going to be selling posters that Mike Doyle designed for this show, and all the proceeds from that are going to go to Minnesota Mutual Aid. So,
awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm going to try to make it out to that too. There's so many shows, like you said. There's a matinee in Providence on Saturday I might want to try to get to as well. So we'll see how I'm feeling though. Like I said, I gotta do one day at a time right now.
Yeah, take it easy. Pace yourself,
Yeah. So, but there's a lot going on. I bought a ticket to the Dropkick Murphys shows because they're doing all these like Ken Casey got all these bands that weren't together anymore back together. And
I saw that a little bit of it. Yeah.
So I'm gonna go to the Sunday show where the Ducky Boys are playing, and I wanted to go to the show with Darkbuster and SF Reducer, but that one sold out first. That was already sold out.
Jukebox Romantics, my buddies from New York, are playing one of their after parties for one of the shows that they're playing down in New York.
Hell yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome. I love Jukebox too. They're awesome. So I was thinking about Mike Terry the other day. I haven't had him on the podcast in a while. Anyway, let's take a break.
Shortest show, but the longest intro we've ever done.
Yeah, I know. Let's take a break, and then when we get into this, we'll start hammering out these recommendations. So we'll be right back. And we're back with our first round, I guess. I don't know. What do we call? I don't know. I couldn't have any punny exits because we don't have criteria this time.
Yeah, no. We just got 3. You did 3, right?
Yeah, I did. I have 3.
Okay, yeah. So we each just have 3 records to talk about. So
yeah,
I guess it's our only segment.
Yeah. So how do you want to do this? This is probably something we should have did pre-show, but that's okay. You do one, I do one. You do one, I do one, and then maybe we'll do the third one on the back end when we close out.
Yeah, whatever. We can just we can just alternate.
Yeah, sure. We'll see how it goes. So, all right. Well, how about you kick us off, bud?
All right. So one of the ones I went and grabbed from just a quick shout out to Bandcamp Discover page. I love the way that I'm reminded every time I need to go find new stuff to bring for picks, and of just how wonderful of a marketplace Bandcamp is. You can just tap a button on your phone and there's just all this amazing music from so many talented artists all over the world. And it's
literally all over the world.
All over the world, literally. And you can play it. You can not only buy merch and records directly, but then you can also just play it right there on your phone, just like you can on Spotify or any of those other streaming apps. So there really is no excuse not to be using it. I don't mean to be trying to plug a company, but I do applaud them, and I applaud their no AI rules that they recently came out publicly with. So I just always have this wonder. I just have such a great time when I go to that Discover page and I just get to look at stuff, and I'm like, this is awesome. And so I found this band that was on one of their recent kind of I think it was under the punk category, called Ritual Disorder, and they are from Brisbane City, Australia. And this is a self-titled EP. It's 5 tracks, and they are kind of a dark wave a post-punk dark wavy kind of sound, which I have been, quite into over the past year or so. We've had a handful of artists on the show that have kind of been in this general genre. But this has got more punk in it. It's got that like kind of post-punk and almost like a grungier. To me, it was almost like a House of Harm, but like a grungier House of Harm or a grungier Mercy Ruin. I love they have like these real spacey, washy vocals that are kind of set back in the mix, and then this like real like kind of spicy lead guitar tones. And it's just got it's basically like it's like dark wave, but it's got a more indie grungy type of spin to it.
What was their name again?
They're called Ritual Disorder. And they're on Bandcamp under the punk, DIY punk, hardcore punk, indie post-punk tags, but this is definitely very dark wavy to me. I dug this a lot. It was a fun find, and I'm definitely gonna put it on my my collection in Bandcamp because it's great.
Man, even their like album aesthetic looks dark wavy as hell.
It is 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm gonna check this one out, man. I'm gonna check this one out because you know me, I love the dark wave. I'm a big fan of it.
Yeah, we've had some great dark wave artists on.
Hell yeah,
lately.
Well, I guess in the same light of you going outside of the shitty country we live in to find a band, I too will use that for my first one. Estonian death metal.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. The band is called Beyond the Structure. The album is called Born of Naught, Naught. This is 7 tracks, like 30 something minutes of just brutal, in your face, stink facing the whole time, guttural fucking growling death metal. I can tell you what, I'm in the mood for it as of late, I think as of late, the more angrier the music, the better I feel. And this one is this one like in the same light of like Whitechapel, of a band like Whitechapel is what Beyond the Structure kind of like floats in that realm of, fantastic use of synth in this death metal band. And they're what is it called? Like the blast beat, like that double bass line blast beating drumming. Holy shit, it's so fast. There's gonna be a theme to my stuff tonight, and I think it's kind of like that. Like it's like fast and hard and heavy, and like I think these guys are awesome. I had actually, you know what I did? I went on there. I don't use Spotify anymore, but I still have like the app on my phone or whatever. So I went on there just to see like what their monthly. I'm like, they might be too popular, right? Like for one of these, but like they only have like 1,200 monthly, whatever. And I'm like, that's not bad. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was going to be in the millions, dude. The production value on this is so good. Like this is.
Oh. I feel like we've brought a couple artists here and there too that like they are pretty big and have like that one Canadian dude I brought a few months back. I can't remember his name now, but I think a general rule that's good is like if they're on Bandcamp, if they have stuff on Bandcamp, it means that it's being released semi DIY. Like it's not self-released, but like there are labels that are operating through Bandcamp. But like if it's on Bandcamp, I think it's fair game. Like they can be a popular band. We want bands to be popular and successful.
Yes. And I think the other thing of that too is like I think of like like you discovered Nervosa on there, right, on Bandcamp. Are they Brazilian? The Brazilian like thrash metal. Female fronted band, and then
I forget if it was Brazil. Yeah. Anyway, yes. Yeah.
And then like when we were doing blues, like Kingfish, was that his name? Kingfish. And like we're like, this is so good. And then I go to check Spotify. I was like, oh, they got like 1 million like listeners. Like no wonder this guy is good. But you're right. I think that shouldn't matter. If we find it out in the wild, then we find it out in the wild, right? And we find it through Bandcamp, which he said is like mostly like a DIY kind of element.
Nervosa has a new record coming out.
Ooh,
dropping in April. Slave Machine.
nice.
Nervosa, Sao Paulo, Brazil. I had to look back for a second, but yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if you're into, like I said, like Whitechapel style death metal or black metal or whatever you want to call it, and like, give something from Estonia a listen, right? Like, this is awesome. And they sing in English, so I mean, if you're gonna get hung up on, well, I don't understand, then I mean, it's death metal. How much are you gonna fucking understand anyway, right?
I will say their name is throws me off a little bit. It's not
Beyond the Structure.
Yeah, it sounds a little more like nerdy than than a black than you would normally like expect a black metal band to be called. But I feel like sometimes it's cryptic like title, like cryptic band names and stuff with that too. But that sounds awesome. I'm definitely gonna check it out.
I want to say I found them off of like the front page of Bandcamp a few months back, and I was like, "What's this?" And like the album cover, I'm like, "Oh, that looks like it's gonna be hard as fuck. Let me listen to it." And then it was, and I was like, "This is really good." I might have sent this to Arya too. I'm like, "Hey, check this out. Check out some Estonian." I just love that, like Estonian death metal, So, So, Born of Naught, Naught, from Beyond the Structure. You should check that one out.
So, well, I'm pretty sure you will fucking love my next pick, which is a band I found from Maryland called End It. And the record is called Wrong Side of Heaven. These guys are big, dense, gothy, like rock and roll. Like it's like half rock and roll, and then it dives into these like sick hardcore like hooks. It's very Avenged Sevenfold. Immediately out of the gate reminded me of Avenged Sevenfold. So something in that, like almost like parts of it are like that big, like almost like arena goth rocky, like Ghost. But then like it'll jump right into these like heavy like hardcore riffs, and I fucking loved it. It's just angry as fuck. And I chuckled when I first was listening to it because I was recently driving back from Fest back in the fall with my friends, with Val and Jameson, and we were having a little Avenged Sevenfold moment in the car, listening to some Avenged Sevenfold, and Jim and Val were both like kind of bonding over liking a handful of Avenged Sevenfold stuff. And me being like, I didn't know that, like, turning to Jim and be like, I didn't know you liked Avenged Sevenfold. But there's like 3 Avenged Sevenfold songs that I always really liked too. And that's just what popped up for me when I first heard this. But it's almost more, it's almost more, I don't know, epic than Avenged Sevenfold even to me. Like the sound that they have there.
Oh, it's a 15-track album.
Yeah, it's sick. I really, really liked this a lot. I want to listen to this whole thing because again, we picked these today. This was rapid fire picks, so we just like found something, listened to as many songs as we could, like the first few songs, try to get into it. But this is a whole record label called Flat Spot Records out of Baltimore, hardcore label, and
I was going to say it looks like a hardcore and oi label.
Yeah, it's pretty sick, and I also dig the album art on this too a lot.
I do too. I love it. They say
Wrong Side of Heaven. Yeah,
1,000% hardcore since 2004. So I love it. I'm gonna that one just went on my wish list. I'm gonna listen to that tomorrow too. So that's cool. All right. So my next one, this one, Jeff and I were talking before we started recording. I had gotten an email notification from their mailing list about this. I don't know, like a week ago, maybe when it came out, or maybe it's been 2 weeks. And Jeff had seen it on the Bandcamp homepage, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah, the self-titled album from Slutbomb, who has been on not been on the podcast, but we've talked about them in the Turntable before. This, unfortunately, this is, what's the word? Posthumor?
Posthumously?
Yeah, posthumously. They're no longer a band. They just released this to get it out there. This is their third and final album, is what it says. This says third and final Slut Bomb record. Fuck Ice, Free Palestine, is what like their little tag thing for it is, and it has 2 covers on here. I didn't know there was 2 covers. Oh yeah, it says Madonna right there. Duh. They cover. All right. So listen, Slut Bomb. Let me get into what they sound like first before I tell you they did a Madonna cover, right? Because it's gonna blow you away here. Like, Slut Bomb is very much a power violence band.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, hardcore.
I listened to the first like couple of tracks because I was going to bring them as a pick, and then
I wish you did. It would have been awesome if we both.
Because I was like, I bet Trev already saw this one because it was like first thing that had popped up on today's.
Yeah, I didn't. I saw it like a week ago. So, so this is like power violence, hardcore, speed punk, whatever you want to call that, right? Everything is fast on this album, like fast, like from. The instruments are being played at a ridiculously high speed. The vocals are, I can't keep up. Like it's just so fast. And then you have like, I mean, even the songs are fast. They're quick. Like, they're like 2-minute tops. So I think the longest song on here is 2 minutes and 12 seconds. You know what I mean? So like, we're averaging, there's a couple like minute and a half songs, and then there's a couple just under a minute, but like, this is awesome. Their last album that we had talked about is, I don't know how it means assassin in German. I don't remember how to pronounce it. Attentator, maybe. And that's only 8 tracks. So like to have this come in with like 13 tracks, I'm like, all right, cool. 2 covers. They cover Safe Neighborhood by Madonna, and they cover Hanging on the Telephone by The Nerves, which I didn't realize that Blondie covered that. I thought that was a Blondie song, but they actually covered it. So
which one?
Hanging on the Telephone?
Yo, Hanging on the Telephone was a cover? I didn't know that. I thought that was a Blondie tune too. That's one of my favorite. That's one of my favorite Blondie songs.
2 years earlier, a band called The Nerves. Now I haven't heard it yet. I tried to find it earlier and I couldn't find any links that worked to it.
That's kind of very common for back then. I feel like there's a lot of older songs it was way more common for a song to be done by like 5 different artists within the span of a decade.
Yeah. But that was one that blew me away. That's kind of like Come On Feel the Noise was a Slade song,
by The Nerves.
Yes.
76.
Anyway, this record is just like aggressive as fuck. It's manic as hell. And that's what really gives like power violence their sound, right? This is like, it's just manic and loud and fast. And they do a great job of it. And I am very upset that they're no longer a band because they were really good. Now, the first time I heard about this band, my buddy Scott over at DCPC Live had a video clip of them from a show, and I'm like, whoa, this band is awesome. I got to see when they're coming around. And they were playing, that was from the night before, and they had already played in freaking Boston the next night. Yeah, so like, I totally missed them. I'm like, I'll catch them, and they're gone.
Yeah, that's happened to us a few times.
Yeah. But you got seriously.
It happened with Homefront, right? We like brought Homefront. We were all floored and so. I'm so excited that Homefront's going to be at Puza, and I swear to God, I hope that it's not at the same time I have to work for Jukebox, or that it doesn't get to capacity before I can get there. Because like,
hell yeah.
I know everybody that's at Puza is going to want to go see Homefront, but I'm so fucking stoked.
Their new album was really good too, but we can do that on the backside too. Yeah, no. So Slut Bomb self-titled album. Check it out. 13 songs of just aggression and fast, like just anger. Yeah, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of it. So, please come back and make more music, Slut Bomb. If you hear this,
great name too.
Yeah. All right. So, what do you want to do? Do you want to just kick out this last one? Then we'll come back in for an outro after we do this. All right, cool. What's your third pick?
My third pick is a band that we also have had on the turntable previously. It is the band Pigeon Pit. Michael brought this record originally when Michael Gratton was doing the show with us, and he brought their record Feather River Canyon Blues. And I fucking fell in love with that album. And I've gotten to see them play twice since then, here in Boston and at Puza last year. But I fucking love this band, Pigeon Pit. They're based out of Olympia, Washington. and they are as quintessential crusty folk punk as you can get. But it's very well rounded. I mean, they got like instrumentation. They have fiddle and banjo and piano. I think there's some mandolin on this too, even though they don't have that credited, but I can hear it in the thing. Harmonica, it's just very it's very full. And when they play live, they have a pedal steel too, which is it's awesome. It's so much fun to watch. And this newest record is called Leash Aggression. Leash as in like a dog. Yeah. And they've made so the lyrics that Pigeon Pit writes are obviously some of them are political, but some of them are, they're just very storytelling. They're very kind of almost not stream of consciousness, but observational. I feel like they're very kind of situational, observational lyrics that almost remind me of the way people like Micah Schnabel or Craig Finn from Hold Steady kind of write lyrics sometimes. It's almost like a fast spoken word over the music at parts. And Feather River Canyon Blues was a little more melodic overall, and I feel like from what I've listened to this new record so far, it sways more into this kind of rhythmic spoken word style. So it's a little bit different, and I really appreciate that. They're just a joy to watch. The energy at their shows is a joy to watch live and be a part of live. They're a band that speaks out, advocating for trans rights, advocating for the queer community, and they also they have a zine that comes with this, a 24-page lyric zine. They're very DIY, and I've always really admired this band a lot. Their vinyl is sold out, sadly, on their Bandcamp. This record came out back in November, so hopefully they do another round. You can buy the cassette and CD, I think, still. But yeah, Pigeon Pit, Leash Aggression, check it out.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm gonna check it out because I really like them. Now, this was a band that we discovered, and then they were playing. We knew about it, right? You ended up going to see them. Right?
I went and saw them the next time they came to town.
It wasn't that far. It wasn't that far after, though, right? It was pretty,
right. Yeah, it's maybe a few months later, and then I saw them. The last time I saw them was at Poozah Fest. Last year, I think, or was it the year before? It was either last year or the year before at Poozah Fest was the last time I saw them. So
nice.
Yeah,
nice. I want to check it out because I know that other album better. I know that sound, and if this is a little different, I like that. I like flexing your creativity muscle.
I think I think melody and music wise, instrumentation wise, it's similar to that record. But lyrically, I noticed that, or not even, lyrically and the vocals, I feel get a little faster on this one, which is a little bit more similar to their first record before Feather River Canyon Blues, I think. But they've put out a pretty impressive, discography too for a band that hasn't been around for super, super long.
Mm.
They have I think 4 full lengths.
Nice. Oh, it looks like the record on Black is still available.
Oh no! Oh yeah! Yep, up at the top. Yep.
Yeah,
I see.
But the variant one. What it looks like they do a limit, right? Like in the cassettes, they only sell 150 online, and the rest you have to get at shows, which is awesome, right? I mean, I think that's a good tactic to be. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, I can't wait to check this one out too. You've hooked me on all 3 of your records, so so I'm excited for it. So, well, all right. So my last one, I was recently, so I don't know what happened with Anxious and Angry, the podcast, but I wasn't getting notifications about new episodes anymore. So I was I wonder what's going on with this. And then I seen that I missed 15.
Yeah, I just listened to the last 2. I hadn't listened in a while. I hadn't listened probably in over a year, or maybe a little less than a year, but I hadn't listened in a while. So I just listened to the last 2 the other day.
Shout out to them because I like the new format. I think it's working well. It's a good pair. So.
I had forgotten about the letters. That he used to like read the letters.
Yeah,
that people would write in. Like people would write him letters, and he would kind of respond to them as like almost like a columnist, or like a self-help type thing. But which. Like, because you've done that too when you do the struggling by myself episodes, right?
Yeah.
Which is like, I didn't know if you took an inspiration from that, but anyway.
No, it's kind of weird. We just like our podcast, and I didn't know about it. You're the one that told me about that podcast after we met and stuff, and like I was like, let me check it out, and I was like, oh man, this is like mine but better. So, but like, yeah, I had already done a struggling with myself. Or with it's called With Ourselves now, I think. But yeah, I had already done one by then, and like that was like I was like, man, I hope like Ryan Young doesn't think I'm just biting on his style with all this shit. But I don't think he would. But anyway, yeah. So one of the episodes, he had Ben Roy on as like a guest, not as a guest, but as like a special co-host, right? Ben Roy is a comedian, actor, musician, from I think Denver, Colorado. He's originally from Maine. He's originally from Augusta, Maine, and he talks about how he grew up in this like racist fucking town in Maine. When he does a stand up because he makes fun of the town, obviously, but very talented human being, very nice person. Our friend Carrie Ann introduced me to him when she played a show that he opened up for doing comedy.
Okay.
And like,
I didn't know that.
And like, he's just a nice dude. Like we were going to do a podcast. He was going to come on the podcast, but I saw how busy he was. And like, but anyway, he has a new band. All right. His punk band is called Spells, and they're really, really good. But he has a new metal band called Arson Charge, and they are
nice,
awesome.
Love that name.
They are, and he sings in it, and I'm like, this dude, what can this do? Like Ben Roy, why don't you save some talent for the rest of us, buddy? Like this dude rips as a metal singer, and
that could also be a hardcore band name too, Arson Charge.
Yeah, and like not only that, like he has like there's like the title track. So the album's called A Dying Light, and the title track, A Dying Light, which is the last song on the album, starts with this like melodic Peter Steele from Typo Negative kind of style of like singing, and then it ramps up to probably some of the hardest freaking metal I've been listening to lately. And like it is this album from it's 13, another 13 track album. From track 1 to track 13 is phenomenal. They cover Bloodstains by Agent Orange on here, which is funny because it's like they're meddling this punk song. You know what I mean? Like they're making this punk song metal, and they do a fucking bang up job with that. My favorite song on this record is For the Damned. And they go at the Catholic Church pretty hard in it, and with good reason, right? So, looking at their Bandcamp, it says A Dying Light is a bludgeoning and brutal dive into the feelings of pain, disconnection, and loss that arise from abuse and self-sabotage. And that could be why it resonates with me so well.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Dude, I just can't, again, talk about like, just like how good a band can be. This band, like, it reminds me, I want to say that there was a sweet spot of metal in the 90s, right? Where like Sepultura came from and like bands like that. And I feel like it was like, so leading into the 90s, late 80s, early 90s, we had the post-hardcore scene was what ended up becoming new metal by the time 2000 hit, right? So you had this like time frame where it was going into this metal scene, and then it slides into what new metal was or is. But they're like in that sweet spot with this album. It's really good. So just to go back to like how nice of a dude this person is, right? Like I heard them talking about it on Anxious and Angry. So I went and I checked out the record, And I was like, this is really good. And I like hit up Ben Roy on Instagram. I'm like, hey, I don't know if you remember me. Like we met in Boston fucking years ago now and whatever. But I just wanted to say congrats on the Arson Charge album. It's really good. And like he was like, of course I remember you. And he's like, I'm sorry we never got to line up the podcast. Maybe, sometime in the future we can. And I was like, yeah, I would love. I said, if you ever want to come on, let me know. And he was like, I would love to. He's just like, we're busy. And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I get that. But like he remembered and like he was like he took the time to like thank me for liking his album. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just a genuine
the little things that just make the difference when you want to like when you appreciate someone else's art and you want to connect with that person, just to like you want them to know that you get it,
Yeah. This band is awesome. Like I just can't say enough good things. So it's got former members of Native Daughters, Chieftain, and Love Me Destroyer. And then it's fronted by comedian, actor, and spell singer Ben Roy. So I'm assuming these are all like pretty hard metal bands too, because like I did check out Native Daughters and they have some like sick melodies too, and like just crazy. Like the guitar work and the drum work in Arson Charge is awesome. Like I said, like it takes you on a ride because at some points you're like things kind of slow down and then it just ramps back up and you just get like this guttural screams and totally enjoy this one. You can find this one on Bandcamp. They have vinyl for sale on Bandcamp. I totally recommend picking up this album. So
hell yeah.
Yeah. So I kind of went in like a real, like, I guess I went in like a real hard shit this month, but it just
fully warranted.
Yeah. But yeah. All right. Well, let's take a quick break and then we can come back and close this out. Yeah. I guess we'll be right back. And we're back. It's time to go. It's that time of the evening again. Time to go. I'm probably gonna go to bed right after this. I'm not gonna lie. So, yeah. Jeff, promote your show again.
Yeah, I'm playing a show with Massive Nightmares, Luddites. It is on it's on February 23rd. It is a Monday Sill show, so those start at 8 p.m. usually. And as I said, it's an opening for Massive Nightmares, Luddites, and the other band on the bill. Let me just pull it up. Is Perfectly Lethal.
Okay.
Cool name. Yeah, so it's me. Cool. It's myself, Luddites, Massive Nightmares, and Perfectly Lethal. And it's at the Sill, courtesy of We Book Things. It should be fun. I haven't played a show in a while, and I'm actually pretty stoked.
It's awesome. That's awesome. Any new music this year? You gonna put out any music this year?
Well, my single, Christmas Morning, which is not a Christmas song, but if you like dark humor, I highly recommend going and check it out. It is up on my Bandcamp. I put it up this past week to raise funds to donate to the Immigrant Law Center in Minnesota. And so that did raise a little bit of funds. So we're going to donate that to Immigrant Law Center in Minnesota. If it brings in any other funds for probably the rest of this year, that single specifically, I will donate I will be donating all of the proceeds from that song to anti-ICE causes. So if you like dark humor and you hate fucking fascism, feel free to go throw a few dollars at it. Yeah. It's a very mean, angry song, and I'm super proud of it. So yeah, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, I had I don't know if it was our December episode when I said it, but like I was supposed to release my audiobook, and I got sick. And that was the week I was supposed to record the rest of it, right? So that is on delay. I hope to have it out soon. That would be really cool to be able to get, if my birthday's in April and I want it out before that. So, yeah. So there'll be more to come on that, but I just wanted to kind of give an update on why I didn't finish it and get it out there. It's because, like I said, my week off to finish it was, I was sick, laying in bed. It sucked. But, yeah, get out there and check out a show. Find your community. We're out here.
Also, Andrea Newenfeld of MK Naomi is releasing her annual Valentine's Day compilation. It's now That's What I Call Heartbreak. So that should be out within the next couple of weeks. I think Valentine's Day is the 14th, so it usually comes out right around then. It's raising money to help out a friend of hers who was injured as a result of a medical problem, and is I think using a wheelchair, and so she's donating some funds to that cause this year. It's going to have a whole bunch of Boston artists doing a bunch of fun cover tunes. So
last year was so good.
Yeah, keep an eye out for that. Now That's What I Call Heartbreak. It'll be out around Valentine's Day.
Can't wait. I'll blast it on the socials when it comes out. So.
Also, KCUF is playing their kind of annual show that they do every year for Ken and Chris's birthdays. That is on Saturday, February 21st at Faces with C.E. Skidmore and Oh the Humanity.
Nice.
So that should be a ripper of a night. We always have a great crowd that turns out for that, for the annual birthday shows. So,
hell yeah, I'll be there for that. Hopefully. Yeah. Well, yeah. All right. That's awesome. That's good stuff. Everybody be safe out there. Be safe out there. Be vigilant. Is that the right word? I don't know.
It's a right word.
Yeah.
There's lots of things to be right now, and that is definitely one of them.
Yeah. Yeah. And, like I said, stay safe and take care of your community. We're out, like I said, we're all out here. So we're all out here. We're doing the best we can in this fucked up world. And, I know we talked about that a lot in this episode, but I feel like it's worth reiterating,
Definitely.
So. All right. That's it. We'll see you guys next month. Thanks for listening to the Struggling Artist Turntable. We'll have a poll up at some point. I don't know.
Love, death, taxes. Those were our three.
Those were our three nominees
for March's X Factor. So love, death, or taxes.
All right. So we're just going to forward what was supposed to be for February and into March's then.
Yeah. I mean, why not?
All right, cool. All right, we'll do that. Yeah. So those will be the season. Make sure you vote on it. And we'll talk to you next time. See ya.
Bye.